Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here with me. It's time for a tarot reading. Queen of Cups. We just drew her right before this. Five of Wands in reverse. Oh. Six of Coins. Knight of Coins. One more. Five of Coins. All right. Oh my God, you're probably thinking, how long is she going to organize her cards? A long time. I don't know why. So here we go. And draw an oracle card, okay? Flow. Stand still. Okay. So what I feel is that you are this woman. Although, honestly, you could be a man, it could be anything, but the phrase in my head is unbothered queen. That's what it is. Unbothered queen. This is you. And the reason that I feel like this is unbothered queen energy is because it's talking about all the different things that you could possibly encounter in your life. It's talking about conflict with other people, right? Like fights and drama. It's talking about ups and downs. Why? You have both the Six of Coins and the Five of Coins. So there are moments when you're the beggar, that you don't have enough. And then there are moments when you are the giver, when you are more prosperous and that you're generous. It's like when you're the one asking for money and when you're the one giving away money. You've experienced them both. You've also but with the Knight of Coins in reverse, I love this card because it's someone on an elephant. Normally you think of a knight on a horse, but why is the Knight of Coins here on an elephant? Because it's slower. Although I know elephants can run fast too, but you know. You've also had moments where nothing seems to be happening. Like what you're working for seems to evade you because you work hard, but what you want doesn't come to you easily. And I feel like this is like a summary of the things that you've gone through in your life, right? And because you've gone through so much, you've learned a lot. So we had the Queen of Cups too in the previous reading, and I was talking about how this is a card of empathy and also a card of emotional maturity. So absolutely, we see that here in this reading too. It's like, because you have experienced luck, you are more generous. So what do I mean by this, right? My theory, and this is only anecdotal, right? It's only from my own experience. You guys could disagree, and that's totally okay. But I feel like the people who give the most aren't the ones who are rich. They're the ones who are just like a few steps above being poor. And the reason that's the case is because they know what it is like to be poor. And so whenever they have extra, even if it's not much, they're willing to share it because they know what it's like to be in that position where you don't have anything. Versus what happens sometimes is when you're rich, and especially if you're born rich, right? If you've never experienced any hardship, it's easy to believe stories that say, oh, poor people are poor because they're lazy. Poor people can become rich as long as they work hard. Of course, there are exceptions, but we know that it's not as simple as that, right? There are many things, many factors that poor people have to overcome in order to escape poverty. It's not even just about money. A lot of times it's also about like family structure, family dynamics, culture, their beliefs about money, all of these different things. Um, it's not that easy. I'm saying this because you have been there, you have experienced all these hardships, you are more generous, you are less judgmental, you are more open and empathetic to everybody because you know what they've gone through. And so we have the oracle cards, right? Talking about flow and standstill. Because of this, the your experiences with conflict with other people, with drama, and also with needing to take so much time, or your wishes, your manifestation taking so long to come to fruition, you've learned patience, and you've learned zen. Is that a good term? But it's like you realize, you know what, you don't have to respond to every fight. Like if somebody's trying to pick a fight with you or challenge you to a fight, you realize, you know what, I don't have to respond to any of that. I can just be quiet and maintain my peace. I don't have to get involved in every single drama. It's totally okay. If you want to fight, you choose to fight, go ahead. If you want to fight each other, go ahead. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm okay because I understand that there will always be drama. And I am just going to be here minding my own business and letting the world around me go into chaos, but I am going to be at peace, stand still. And as for flow, you understand that you cannot force the timing of things. You know, sometimes things move fast, and sometimes they're slow, but eventually things will happen as they're meant to happen. And now you respect that. You understand flow. You're not going to, for example, go against the current, right? If the current is going downriver, you now understand it's going to take a lot of effort to like paddle against the current, and it's not necessarily going to get you anywhere. So instead of doing that, you're just like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy the ride. I'm going to let it take me where it takes me. I may not reach my destination right away, but that's okay. A lot of wisdom here. A lot of wisdom. Wow. Okay. I wonder though, I'm sorry, I really have to wonder, why this reading though? Is it just confirmation for you that, oh, this is me, this is me. Yeah, this is what's happening in my life. Maybe that's all you wanted? I seem to be getting more of those readings lately where I'm basically just describing what's happening in your life right now. Like, I'm just letting you know this is the story of your life so far. And I hope that it helps you to have somebody kind of see it from another perspective. I hope so. Eight of Pentacles. Yes. Like, you are the artist. You created this life. And you know what the interesting thing about artists is? Or whatever. You know how sometimes there's going to be a painting? And again, feel free to look at stuff like this on YouTube and TikTok. I love looking at arts. My gosh, what's wrong with my tongue? Artists. Art accounts. Okay. They're going to show you a piece of paper or like a canvas and they're going to say, I worked on this for 2 months. And I believe them. Because they put so much effort into that, like so much thought. And, you know, especially with like oil paintings, right? Because you can layer on paint. You can just keep adding details and detail upon detail upon detail. And so, you know, there's so many layers of paints there. The first layer of paint that they put on, like for the background or whatever, it looks nothing like what it looks like now after like 50 passes of paint. It's talking about patience, right? It's talking about maturity again, like letting the art develop. Like even if you had a plan before, you are open to the way the painting looks, even if it's not at first what you thought you wanted. It's developing over time. Ah, there you go. The phrase I was thinking about was trust the process. You now trust the process, which is also related to flow and stanza. You trust the process. Like sometimes in the middle stages of a painting, it looks weird, it doesn't look pretty, but eventually, as you keep working at it, it becomes that masterpiece. It might take a long time to get there, but it's gonna get there. This is your life. You have the emotional maturity now to trust the process, and you're just enjoying the whole thing. Really happy for you, you know? This is such a great mindset. Let's do one more oracle card for you. What? Don't let pride get in your way. Really? I think that already applies to you, no? I mean, I feel like that's the whole point with empathy, right? You understand that you were like this before, that there are moments when you didn't do as well as you wanted to. It's such an interesting thing. I don't know. I don't think you're a proud person, so why this? Huh. I don't know if all of this I'm talking about is already in the past, and this oracle card is an advice for you in the future. Like maybe there is a situation coming up, and this is the advice to you. It's not a reflection of what you did before, because what you've done so far is great. But I guess in the future there might be a situation coming up, and the advice of the cards is not to let pride get in your way. You've already come so far, but there's still stuff left to learn. And on that note, I want to thank you for spending this time with me, watching this reading. I want to thank thank God, the universe, my angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you so much, my cards and my crystals. Please leave a like if you learned something or got some help or insight from this reading. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.